So here's everything we know about the death of Mica Miller. On April 27th, 30-year-old Mica Miller was found dead in Lumber River State Park from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Her death would come just days after serving her husband with divorce papers, her husband being 44-year-old John Paul Miller, who happened to be the pastor of Solid Rock Church in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Then to add fuel to the fire, just 4 days after his wife's death, he was seen out having drinks with another woman at one of Mica's favorite spots. So now we'll go through a detailed timeline leading up to Mica's death, which starts in January of 2023 when, according to a police report, Mica Miller stated that her and her husband, John Paul Miller, separated. Apparently, Mica led the woman's ministry at the same church her husband pastored. And that brings us to October 8th of 2023, when court records show the couple officially filed for divorce. Fast forward to February 8th, 2024, and Mica was involuntarily hospitalized for 48 hours. Mica was discharged from the hospital on February 10th, and the staff informed her that John Paul reportedly picked up her purse and car keys while she was in the hospital. A police report said she returned to the Walmart neighborhood market parking lot where she left her car, and it was gone. Then 11 days later, on February 21st, Mica reports to police that she believes John Paul fraudulently initiated her involuntary hospitalization and stole her car while she was receiving treatment. According to the report, Mica told the officer she has known her husband since the age of 10 and that he groomed her while she was working for him at Solid Rock Church until they were married in 2018. When the officer reached out to John Paul, he said she suffers from episodes on an annual basis around Christmas time. He alleged Mica spends large amounts of money when she stops taking her meds, and since the car was considered marital property, and the two was still legally married, no charges were filed. That brings us to the March 11th incident, when the Horry County Police Department filed a report that says Mica called the police after finding her tires slashed with a piece of metal, which was later identified as a tire deflating device available for purchase online. She named a potential suspect, but investigators said there wasn't enough evidence to prove the man was involved. Although, according to the police report, that man later showed up at the East Coast Honda dealership where she was getting her car fixed, and the mechanics at the dealership would tell Mica a tracking device was found on her car. The report also says Mica was trying to get a restraining order at the local magistrate's office because she was afraid for her life. The officer requested to meet her to get the GPS device, to which Miller agreed. And while standing out front of the magistrate's office with Miller, an officer saw a white Honda Accord slowly drive by, and Miller said it was the suspect in her car driving by. Then the report concluded that the vehicle sped up and drove away. A magistrate summons is issued for both Mica and John Paul Miller to appear for a bench trial on March 26, 2024. Then just 2 days later, on March 13th, someone at the Solid Rock Church filed a police report alleging an offender, who police said was Mica, transferred donation funds from the church's Zelle and Cash App accounts to her personal bank account. The amount totaled $1,199. Police later said that there was insufficient evidence to pursue charges. And that brings us to March 26, when that bench trial is held, although the outcome of that hearing is not yet known. Now fast forward to April 26, which is a day before Mica's death, and deputies confirmed that John Paul and his alleged romantic partner wasn't in North Carolina. Officials said he went to Charleston for a sporting event and stayed the night there. And finally, that brings us to April 27th, which is the day she died. At 10:13 a.m., she is seen on her Ring camera leaving her residence on Margarita Drive, and then she is seen arriving back at her residence at 11 a.m. Then at 11:38 a.m., Miller is seen on her Ring camera leaving her residence once again, and she wouldn't be seen again until 12:12 p.m. when Miller is seen on the store surveillance camera walking into Dick's pawn shop, and then a minute later at 12:13 p.m., she is seen buying a weapon. Then the camera catches her leaving the store at 12:34 p.m., And at 1:06 p.m., Miller's black Honda Accord is seen traveling on Highway 501 near 4 Mile Road in Conway, and at 1:27 p.m., Miller's black Honda Accord is seen arriving at 41 Grocery and Grill, which is located on Highway 41 in Mullins. Then at 1:35 p.m., Miller is seen leaving the store after buying a drink and gas, and a little over an hour and a half later at 2:54 p.m., a 911 call is made from an 843 area code number, and it was Mica Miller, and she asked if her phone could be located, and then threatened suicide.
County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my phone?
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
A national park.
Where's the park located at?
In Fair Bluff.
Let's see.
I have my location on, I think, on my phone. Find My Phone is on. I just did my my location.
Okay, I'm showing, hold on 1 second. I don't think you are in Robeson County. Are you at the Lumber River State Park?
Yeah, that's where I am.
Okay. Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to kill myself, and I just want my family to know where to find me.
Okay, ma'am. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Let me make sure I got the exact location where you're at, okay? Just 1 minute.
After failing to contact Mica, deputies were sent to the area, and at 4:23 p.m., an individual located a body in the water, which was later confirmed to be Mica. Then at 7:11 p.m., they located the firearm in the water, which was later confirmed to be the same gun she bought earlier. Now, with everything being said, I can definitely understand why people are pointing the finger at the husband, although it seemed like that relationship ended a long time ago. But make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching.